As we said previously, the body produces around 29 micrograms of T3 per day. 6 micrograms T3 directly and 23 micrograms come from the T4 to T3 conversion. For T4, the body produces around 100 micrograms per day. So the dosing of Cytomel should be something between. Have you ever wondered why fat loss suddenly stalls? Even when calories are low, cardio is high, and everything feels on point. For many bodybuilders, the answer mostly isn't willpower. It is simply a metabolic slowdown. So today we are talking about Cytomel, also known as T3, one of the most powerful and misunderstood fat loss tools in bodybuilding. Some people see insane results with it. Others destroy their look, lose muscle, look flat, and deal with nasty side effects. In this video, I am going to break down exactly how Cytomel works, the medical versus bodybuilding use of Cytomel, the side effects of the drug, and most importantly, how to use it intelligently for fat loss without wrecking your health. Also, we'll answer the question of whether using thyroid hormones can cause shutdown forever. But to understand the reasoning behind its usage, we have to start from the beginning and understand how the natural thyroid axis actually works in the human body. I will explain that in the simplest way possible. So let's break down this thyroid axis diagram so you can have a better understanding and the reasoning behind Cytomel usage. This diagram and the whole process is actually very similar to the HPTA axis that is responsible for testosterone production, which we have covered in the post-cycle video. So as you can see, at the top we have the hypothalamus, and its job here to release a hormone called TRH. TRH then travels down to the pituitary gland. Once the pituitary receives TRH, it releases another hormone called TSH. TSH stands for thyroid stimulating hormone. And yes, it does exactly what the name says. TSH then travels to the thyroid gland, which is located in your neck. And when the thyroid receives TSH, it starts producing thyroid hormones, mainly T4, which is an active form of thyroid hormone, and your body makes around 100 micrograms per day. It also produces a very tiny amount of T3, about 6 micrograms per day, and T3 is the hormone that increases metabolism, raises heat production, and boosts energy. Also, it is important to note that T4 gets converted later in tissues into T3, adding roughly another 23 micrograms per day. These numbers are very important to consider, as we'll use it later to determine the optimal dose of how much we should use. Now, here is the important part, the negative feedback loop. When T3 and T4 levels get too high, they send a signal back to the pituitary and the hypothalamus saying, hey, we have enough hormones, you can slow down now. So the pituitary reduces TSH, the hypothalamus reduces TRH, and everything comes back into balance. This is your body's built-in system for metabolism. Always adjusting, always trying to stay in homeostasis. Let's take a look now at the history and medical usage of Cytomel. The very first medications that included T3 were actually liquid thyroid extracts. These extracts contain both T3 and T4, and doctors used them for almost 60 years to treat patients with hypothyroidism. Then things changed, a new generation of thyroid medications hit the market: liothyronine sodium and levothyroxine sodium. Liothyronine sodium is basically the synthetic form of T3, which is the same active hormone your body naturally produces. And the most famous trade name for this medication is Cytomel. Meanwhile, levothyroxine sodium is the synthetic form of T4, and its most well-known trade name is Synthroid. So from all the liquid extracts to clean and precise synthetic hormones, thyroid treatment has improved a lot. But these thyroid medications come with a long list of side effects. Now, let's go over the side effects of Cytomel. These side effects are basically the same side effects you would see with high thyroid hormone levels, also known as hyperthyroidism. These side effects are mostly associated with overdosing. Increased heart rate even at rest, and in higher doses, people may experience irregular heartbeats or palpitations, that pounding heart sensation. Another side effect, anxiety and nervousness, because T3 ramps up your metabolism and it can overstimulate your nervous system. Also headaches, Excessive sweating and heat intolerance. You might feel warm all the time, sweat more easily. This is simply your body burning through energy faster. Also, weight loss and even muscle loss at higher dosages, as thyroid hormones don't differentiate between different types of tissues. They increase your basal metabolic rate and they speed up the breakdown of fats, carbohydrates, and even proteins, something that we want to avoid during cutting phases. Also, increased appetite, another side effect that is not ideal when dieting, and finally can affect your sleep. But as I said, all of these side effects are mostly related to overdosing. Before we move to the next point, which is how we should use Cytomel for fat burning purposes without experiencing all of these side effects and the ideal dosing, if you found any value in this video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload the next video. Now, when Cytomel is used to treat mild hypothyroidism, the typical recommended dose starts at 25 micrograms per day, and it can be increased slowly up to maximum dose of around 75 micrograms per day if needed. However, in the real world, doctors mostly prescribe levothyroxine sodium, which is a synthetic form of T4, and the most famous brand name is Synthroid. Because it has a long half-life, meaning it only needs to be taken once a day. Meanwhile, Cytomel is a fast-acting medication, so you can get fluctuations in blood levels, which can cause side effects. And for that reason, Cytomel usually needs to be taken 2 to 3 times per day just to keep levels somewhat stable. And of course, that is not very convenient for most patients. Now, when it comes to Cytomel usage in bodybuilding, as we know, going into a caloric deficit will slowly decrease your metabolism no matter what you do. Your production of T3 will drop, and the conversion of T4 into T3 will also drop because the body starts converting more of that T4 into reverse T3, which is inactive form of T3. Also, T4 production will also decrease. So basically, your body adapts to the new caloric intake and activity level, and eventually, you stagnate. To continue making progress and losing fat, you either need to increase your caloric output or reduce your calories even further. However, if you start supplementing with thyroid medications, you can overcome this metabolic slowdown without it changing your caloric intake or activity level. So that makes the process of dieting much easier. But we have to be careful because when you overdose Cytomel, you will get serious side effects and you will look flat and lose muscle because thyroid hormones don't differentiate between carbs, proteins, and fats. They speed up the breakdown of everything. So a smarter approach is simply to replace your natural thyroid hormone production without going into a supraphysiological levels. To know the right dose, we have to go back to how much your body produces naturally. As we said previously, the body produces around 29 micrograms of T3 per day. 6 micrograms T3 directly and 23 micrograms come from the T4 to T3 conversion. For T4, the body produces around 100 micrograms per day. So the dosing of Cytomel should be something between 20 micrograms to 37.5 micrograms, depending on the body weight and the individual response. And there is no need at all to go above 50 micrograms per day, as that will mostly put you in the supraphysiological level. Many people prefer replacing both T3 and T4 because adding synthetic T4 helps thyroid hormones to be more stable because it's a very long half-life. In this case, the dose of synthetic T4 should be between 75 and 150 micrograms, also depending on the body weight and the individual response. But remember, you always need to check your labs to adjust the dose properly. You should always monitor free T3, free T4, reverse T3, and TSH. This gives you the full picture before adding in thyroid medications and also during supplementation, so you can adjust your doses accordingly and be in the optimum range. After a bodybuilding show, I usually recommend keeping thyroid medications in for a while, just until your body recovers to some degree and you regain a bit of body fat, because stopping it immediately can lead to rapid fat gain. Even a natural bodybuilders, they need at least 3 to 4 months after a show to regain their thyroid hormones back to normal, after restoring some body fat and recovering from the dieting and the excessive training during contest prep. So it makes more sense to keep thyroid medications in after the shows for a while. But I have to say, many advanced bodybuilders who compete at a high level on a regular basis may need to consider using thyroid medications year-round. The reason is simple. They often don't have enough time to fully recover their natural thyroid production between shows. So in those cases, they may use thyroid hormones almost like a HRT-style approach, just adjusting the dose according to the phase, the goal, and most importantly, blood work. Also, I have to mention that using growth hormone can increase conversion of T4 into T3, which may require supplementing with T4 in some cases. But it is very important, never do that without proper data. Always get blood work first and only add thyroid medications if they are needed. But what about regaining your natural thyroid production after using Cytomel or Synthroid or both during contest prep? Well, in the past, many people were afraid using thyroid hormones, thinking it might shut down their natural production forever and that they would become dependent on medications for life. However, studies showed that people who use thyroid medications for 10 years straight and then stopped, their thyroid hormones production recovered completely in just 4 weeks. So you really don't need to worry about long-term shutdown. Let's move now to Cytomel availability and supply. Liothyronine sodium is produced in tablet form, and it is widely available worldwide. It is produced by many pharmaceutical companies and can be found easily in most countries. And it is also produced by underground labs. It is sold under different brand names, but the most famous one is Cytomel. If you found any value in this video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out the next videos. For online coaching and consultations, please check out my website. I will leave the link in the description below. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.